I want to talk about why the people yet keep talking about Donald Trump. After all this time, the election, everything is over. Yet they keep talking about Donald Trump and they be speaking evil of the man. And the Bible clearly tells us to not speak evil, you know, to speak abusive of the leader of thy people. But they yet do it anyway, even the people in Congress now. And they're supposed to know better than that. They're destroying themselves, you know. Even the black people, you know, they be speaking evil of the leader of thy people. You're not supposed to be doing that, speaking evil of the people, even the people that come from other country. You're not supposed to be speaking evil of the leader of thy country, you know. Because, you know, you really are blessed that we are here. The white people are leaders. You know, they came from, like I said, they came from the seed of Ephraim, from Joseph's seed. You know, the United States, Britain, and Canada, and Australia, and New Zealand. They came from the seed of Ephraim. You know, they can live together. Why those people always come run to the United States from other nations? They always want to come live in the United States, in Britain, and Canada, and elsewhere, in New Zealand. Why they don't go live in Russia or somewhere? Go to Russia or China or Africa or somewhere. See? Because the white people, they've been from the seed of Ephraim. God had given them the word before. They know how to live together. Even though they're not Christian, they can live together. You don't see how black people do? This is my people I'm talking about. They rape, they kill, and steal, rob, and do everything else. Robbing banks, robbing stores, restaurant, every day you see it all in the news. You know, this is embarrassing to our race. But, you know, you see all that other people, they have to leave from other country, they have war, people, women being raped and all that stuff like that. You know, that's why they all want to come run to the United States, to Britain, and Canada and stuff like us. The white people, they live peacefully. You know, even though they are not Christian, a lot of them, but they can live together without killing one another, stealing from one another and stuff like that. There's a few of them do it, but it's not many like those other race and like our race, like the black race. You see, like in Africa, if the white man wouldn't put rules down and live by the laws, you know, and stuff like that, put rules down, you know, we'll be just like Africa over here. You know, raping and killing and stealing, robbing and doing everything else. You know, but the people can't see that. The black people can't see that. Where is their mind? See, their mind are gone. See what Donald Trump is trying to say? He tried to stop the crime, just like all what happened in Chicago. Who want to live? Why black people always want to go live around the white people area? See, there's something wrong with that. We're supposed to live around our people. Black people. Supposed to live with black people. The white people, they don't come try to live with black people. And black people always want to go move out where the white people, the suburbs, so they can have a little bit of peace. You know? This is what I'm trying to say. Black people be living like animals, shooting and killing one another, all for nothing. We're supposed to live together with peace, like black folks first started a long time ago. We used to live together with peace with one another. And we can't do that no more. All the women have to go move in the white people area in the suburbs somewhere and try to get away from the violence and what all the black people do. And the black people, when you try to tell them something, just like John Lewis, he's speaking against the president, he wasn't supposed to be doing that. Martin Luther King didn't do that, speak against the president of Lyndon B. Johnson. He went up there and talked to Johnson about the voting rights and about jobs and stuff like that. You don't do that. And the Bible clearly tells you John Lewis is supposed to know better. He's not supposed to speak against the president. Because the Bible tells you in Exodus chapter 22 and verse 28, thou shalt not revile the God, nor curse the ruler of thy people. It's in many places. Paul spoke about it. It's in Ecclesiastes 2. It tells you about it. You're not supposed to do that. John Lewis was supposed to go speak to the President Donald Trump, not speaking against him, speaking abusive against the president. You don't do that. All these people in Congress be speaking abusively, all these news people, this is wrong. You're destroying yourself. You're destroying your own country. You're causing children to be acting the same way, violent towards the leader of thy people. You don't do that. You're spreading violence. You should know better than that. All these news media, every day I listen to them, all on the radio, NPR News, all that. They don't want is filled with violence, speaking against the president. You don't do that. The Bible tells you that. All those news media on TV and elsewhere. This is wrong. God called us for be peaceful with one another. You're not supposed to. And children looking at and listening to all that. The children are going to be worse than what they're doing. The children. So you're not supposed to be speaking evil against the president. You're leader of thy people, leader of the nation. But people are supposed to know better than that. And the preachers don't tell them nothing. The pastor and this news media, they're supposed to be telling the people that, not to be using violence and all that. Just like John Lewis, he's supposed to be telling the black people don't kill one another, don't be using violence and raping women and doing all these things, stealing from one another, robbing banks, robbing stores, robbing restaurants and all that stuff. And killing people and killing their own people, doing all that shooting and drive-by shooting and all that. You're supposed to be telling this, be like Martin Luther King. When Martin Luther King was here, we didn't have all that. Martin Luther King had us walking, marching down the street peacefully. We didn't get in no trouble with the police officer and stuff like that. I done got stopped many times by the police officer. I ain't never had problem with the police officer. I did everything they told me to do. They asked for my driver's license, I give them my driver's license. I don't talk back to them. You're not supposed to talk back to the police officer because they are over you. You're supposed to have respect for them, just like a judge. And like the president, you're supposed to have respect for the leaders. You work for a company, you're supposed to have respect for your leaders of the company. It's just a common sense thing. The Bible don't have to tell you that, because it's all written down in God's word. To obey them, your master on the job. The Bible tells you that. These women, a lot of them don't want to obey their husband. The Bible tells you to obey your husband. Just like the Bible tells the children to obey the parents. We all have to follow rules, everybody. So that's all I wanted to bring to y'all today. But I just want y'all to understand, not to be talking against the president. All these news media, new television, all that, they are wrong. They're not supposed to be doing that. They're destroying their own self and destroying the country. It's going to be war here, violent here, because you're bringing it on yourself. Because the children looking at you and you are violent when you do that. So you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be setting an example for your children. And for the youngster and the other one that coming, and for the old people, everybody is supposed to be setting, the news media is supposed to be setting an example. And they're spreading hate, it's filled with violence. against one man. Man, God bless y'all. I just want to bring this to y'all to let y'all know to not to be doing that against anybody. May God bless you.